Good morning and welcome to the Mayor's Weekly News Conference. Today we're excited to showcase some upcoming summer events. Lights over Lake Erie, Sounds of Summer, the Summer Parks and Recreation Guide, a free summer food program, and an Erie Downtown Partnership event series. And now I'll turn it over to the Mayor.
Thank you, Renee. And all my life, I've really loved all of our four seasons here in Erie. There's something special, I believe, about every one. The thing that makes this summer special, and every summer, is all the opportunities we have to not only enjoy the warm weather, but also engage in activities with other local residents. I'm delighted today to present the 5 events happening in Erie this summer, or 5 of the events happening in Erie this summer. First, I want to thank our partnership with Mercyhurst University. We are proud to continue the tradition of celebrating Independence Day with fireworks on the bay. Lights over Lake Erie will be presented on Wednesday, July 3rd at 10 p.m. Here to tell us more is Mercyhurst University President Michael Victor. President Victor.
Well, good morning, everybody. And again, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Mercyhurst is excited to join you again this year in making the 4th of July fireworks available to the people of Erie. You know, Mercyhurst is known for many things: our intelligence studies and cybersecurity program, to our forensic anthropology program, not to mention the top stars we bring to Erie through our Institute for Arts and Cultures. Oh, by the way, a little plug if you don't mind. This season we'll be welcoming Kristen Chenoweth, Roseanne Cash, and Glenn Close, to name a few. At any rate, after the 22 years that we hosted the 4th of July fireworks on our campus, only stopping when the crowds became so large as to compromise public safety, fireworks and Mercyhurst have always seemed to be, in my mind, inseparable. So, Mayor, I'm glad you came knocking on our door last year to help you resume this holiday tradition for our city and, of course, to commemorate the birth of the United States of America as an independent nation. Mercyhurst is gratified to join you in sponsoring the 2019 rendition of Lights over Lake Erie. Thank you.
Thanks very much, President Victor, and I personally want to thank you for spearheading this event with us and being such an involved community partner. Thanks very much. We look forward to working with you and Mercyhurst University for many years to come, we're hoping. I'm sure we'll all have another great crowd on July 3rd this year. It's a wonderful opportunity for residents to celebrate our incredible national heritage together. Again, this year, the show will be synchronized with patriotic music. It'll be broadcast on Star 104. I want to recognize Joe Lang from iHeartRadio. Is Joe with us today? Does he make it? I haven't seen him, but I do want to thank Joe for his work in doing this. I also want to recognize Pyrotechnico. Last year's fireworks were fantastic, and we look forward to another exciting display for residents to enjoy here this year. Our second continuing tradition is the Sounds of Summer music series. Sounds of Summer is a free concert series for residents presented this year by Encompass Health Rehabilitation Hospital, which was formerly known as Health South, in partnership with Local 17 Music Fund, Northwest Bank, Erie Bank, First National Bank, Marquette Savings Bank, PNC Bank, and Key Bank. Special thanks to John Papalea, CEO of Encompass Health, for their involvement. Now, Aaron Lonke will provide more information about the Sounds of Summer program. Aaron.
Hi, everybody. Sounds of Summer is a family-friendly concert series, and the concerts begin Monday, June 3rd. All concerts will be held at 7 p.m. at various senior living facilities throughout the city, and each band will play a 60-minute show. The full schedule is available online and in our summer recreation guide on the back cover. You can also look for our Facebook events. We want to thank our sponsors. Without their support, the series would not be possible, and a special thanks to Encompass Health for stepping up this year as a presenting sponsor, and to Alan Zurcher with the Local 17 Music Fund. Alan partnered with us on programming and sponsoring the bands for this year's lineup, and his hard work and dedication to the community is appreciated. Alan just wants to say a few words real quick.
Thank you, Aaron. The Local 17 Music Fund is a nonprofit formed in 2016, and one of our primary missions is to provide music for senior centers free of charge. And I was at actually performing at one of the Sounds of Summer events last year, and it occurred to me that this event would be a great opportunity for the City of Erie and the Local 17 Music Fund to partner in order to provide better music. So with the additional funding that the Local 17 Music Fund was able to provide, we were able to provide a greater variety of groups this year and better groups overall. And I'd like to thank Aaron for inviting us to partner this year, and we hope we have a long and prosperous relationship. Thank you.
All right, the lineup includes Mercy Terrace Apartments on June 3rd with the Dixieland Band, June 10th at St. James Manor with the Presque Isle Saxophone Quartet, Ostro Apartments on the 17th with Dirk Hosbecker Quartet, the St. Joseph Apartments June 24th with the Let It Slide Trombone Quartet, and the Soldiers and Sailors Home on July 8th, Presque Isle Little Big Bang celebrating swing. Gem City Concert Band will be July 15th at Curry Shell Apartments, and on July 22nd, wrapping it all up at St. Mary's Home East, Lake Erie Sound. Looking forward to seeing everybody at the events, and some of these are neighborhood-oriented locations as well. Everybody is welcome to attend. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Aaron, and Alan as well. Is it true your name had to start with A to work on this program? It is a great program. I enjoyed every opportunity last year to be able to talk during June and July with members of our community at these concerts. It's a great, great time. Next in our summer lineup is an overview of the 2019 City of Erie Summer Parks and Recreation Guide. The guide is a helpful resource finding fun, city-sponsored things to do in Erie this summer. You can obtain the Parks and Recreation Guide several ways. One is stop in here at City Hall and pick it up right from our greeter in the lobby. You can go online to erie.pa.us to see it. You can visit our social media accounts on Facebook, Twitter, Nextdoor, and Instagram, or you can find it actually in today's edition of the Erie Times News. In fact, that's where this one came from. I took it out of the paper that arrived here. And this is a 12-page packed document with information. The Summer Rec Guide is also being delivered to our schools this week, and that will be sent home with the children so their parents can see what's going on and ask the parents to watch for that to come home this week. The Summer Rec Guide features the amazing programming that is scheduled throughout the City of Erie. There's too much really to go over it all today at this press conference, but I do want to highlight some of the events. The junior golf clinics at J.C. Martin Golf Course from mid-June through mid-August. Spoon's Summer Basketball League, and it's led by Gannon basketball legend Mel Witherspoon, who when I was in high school, I would go and watch him play and then go back to my gym and try to play like him. Co-ed Biddy Basketball Camp, which will be at Roger Young Park. The Footlights Theater Program, featuring this year Newsies, the musicals, and that's for ages 6 to 18 to participate in. The YMCA Roger Young Pool, Swim, and Recreation Program. The YMCA Kids Club Summer Parks and Rec Program at Bayview, Burton, Columbus, Frontier, Gridley, McKinley, Nate Levy, and Pulaski Parks. The Porta Pool Program at Columbus Park. The Brian Lee Crosby Memorial Learn to Swim Program, which is operated by the YMCA. The Youth Tennis Program at Frontier and Burton Parks. I actually participated in this program as a kid. I learned to play tennis through it, and I played in high school and at Gannon. There's also a summer programs at the following locations: the Housing Authority, the JFK Center, the Boys and Girls Club, Bethesda Lutheran Services, the Martin Luther King Center, the Booker T. Washington Center, LEAF, and LifeWorks Erie. I want to thank Dave Mulvihill, who's here, and his team, the staff of the Community Center, the organizers, and all the volunteers who work hard to provide this free programming to city residents. Special thanks to the Erie Housing Authority for sponsoring the Roger Young Pool Swim Program. Next, we want to highlight the Summer Food Service Program offered by the Northwest Tri-County Intermediate Unit 5, or IU5. This is an extension of the free and reduced lunch program provided in the school districts during the school year. I'll now turn it over to Brad Whitman. Brad is the Director of Federal and State Programs at UI5, and he's going to share some additional details. Brad.
Thank you, Mayor. various school and community partners enable the Northwest Tri-County Intermediate Unit to provide free, healthy breakfast, lunch, and/or snack options to thousands of children who rely on this program each summer. This summer, there will be approximately 40 sites throughout Erie County where children will have the opportunity to enjoy healthy meals. Many of those the mayor just talked about through the YMCA Parks and Recs and Housing Authority. Over the past 5 years, the Northwest Tri-County Intermediate Unit has served an average of 72,000 free meals in the months of June, July, and August. To find a site location nearest you, you can call 1-866-3-HUNGRY, or you can text the word food to 877-877. Or you can go to the IU5 website at www.iu5.org. These 3 resources can provide you with site locations, days, and hours of operation. If you are interested in becoming a site, you can contact me at 814-734-5610. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Brad, for this program and for being here today. Thank you for all you and your team are doing to ensure that our children are getting healthy meals throughout the summer. This is a wonderful program. We look forward to continuing to work with you, and I can tell you that we hope it expands. And we've met with Brad several times over the last year trying to figure out additional locations in the area we could do this, and he seems to have unlimited funding. I don't know if I should say that, but and he basically said anywhere we can put a program together, he'll get the funding to provide the lunches to kids. Finally today, I'm pleased to introduce John Buchna, Executive Director of the Erie Downtown Partnership, who has some very exciting information about getting Erie residents to come down and get connected in downtown Erie this summer. John. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mayor, and thank you everyone for being here. It is with great pleasure. You know, we spent a lot of time and we've taken a lot of phone calls and we've taken a lot of emails, and the community itself is saying, we want more. We want change. We want to be engaged in the much investment that is going on in not just by our employers and our property owners, but just the investment that the city has done with this on behalf of just the downtown proper. The investment that was in Perry Square alone, $3.7 million. And we've sat there and says, you know, why aren't there more people or more activities on that stage? How do we utilize that park and assets to the greatest extent to their potential? So with great pleasure today, as Mayor mentioned, we developed a framework that enables us to implement a whole new campaign called Come Down, Get Connected. And in that framework, we want you to get connected with others. We want you to get active. We want you to get creative, and we want you to get down. But this framework is more of a matter of being actively engaged and not just passive. It's centered on wellness and community connections and gathering together to experience downtown in new ways. It's year-round vision that we will implement, and it really does allow us to focus on our 4 seasons. What we're here to talk about today are the summer series that we've put together, and all of these are focusing on families. The many young professionals that we have, just others that are working in downtown, young and old, the entrepreneurs and the downtown employees and the residents that are part of our downtown as well as our neighborhoods. The main goal is to elevate and enhance the sense of place through strategic activation. Majority of the program is very Perry Square centric. It is centered on our core park in downtown. But we also have the other assets called Griswold Park, our wonderful world-class bayfront as we've been looking to do in our world-class downtown as we're developing it. So it is with great pleasure as I do, with the assistance of Emily Fetchko from our organization. I can't thank enough Nicole and her team and the others at the Erie Downtown Development Corporation. I look out and I see Jeff Brindling from representing the Perry Square Alliance. You know, there's been many conversations that have gone on for the past year about what can we do to activate. Of course, we have the involvement of the Erie Arts and Culture. We've talked with the young Erie professionals. And of course, we work very closely with the Erie Sports Commission and how we can activate and or combine so that the community itself feels the benefit of all of us collaborating, working together. So as Emily turned the board over, We said to come on down, get connected, and there are 4 distinct categories of events that we're announcing. The very first is a Get Connected event, which really starts to allow you to connect with others. And it does support our local food, different drinking establishments, not just really the establishments, but even our microbrewers and our different, perhaps our spirits, but ultimately a lot of our local musicians and our talent. It really does start to connect the community, and it's going to be done in traditional, non-traditional areas that we have not looked at before. We ultimately want to say, in downtown, we have a unique opportunity in a 16501 or 16507 zip code. So we want to introduce 160 Friday, 1650 Friday, excuse me, where we really start to ask you, the community, to come into our local restaurants and spend $16.50 on a Friday, the first Friday of every month, throughout the year, to really start to not just help and push our local economy, but to really look at our local assets and those that have invested in our downtown. So that's 1650 Friday. I knew I was going to do that, Emily. And those start on Friday, June 7th. A really unique and cool opportunity that we are really grasping is when you go to other communities, many organizations such as ours, Business Improvement District, Main Streets, and others look at doing pop-up events. They just pop up. And they utilize social media. There's very little lead time in it, infrastructure, but you're popping up in non-traditional areas and you're activating space so that you look at that and say, what's the value of, I didn't realize that building was there, or I didn't realize that business was there. It truly does allow you to be part of your community and in your downtown. Pleased to announce the first pop-up event that we're going to do is titled Machine Alley. It's in the alleyway behind Laver Brewing, next to Hagen Business Machines. It's tied in, it's on Sunday, June 5th, or June 2nd, and it runs from 2 until 5 p.m. But it enables us to pilot and to measure and test the appetite of what our community has been asking and to deliver on it. And here's a case where Erie, our community, is the host of the Pennsylvania Downtown Center, just ironically timed, when we're going to pop this event up. But the audience are many people like myself who are looking to learn more to implement in their communities. We're going to replicate that same pop-up event on Monday, June 3rd, popping it up. And then we have 2 other targeted locations that we're not going to announce those today because that's part of the fun of popping up in non-traditional spaces. We're also really pleased to have the whole getting active. People have said, you know, again, let's be more engaged within our community. Let's encourage better health and better wellness. So let's start talking about Timeout Tuesdays. Let's start implementing a Perry Peddlers group. Let's start talking about strollers and striders that have parents, young and old, or guardians, and involving our young, I'll say, future of our community. And let's talk about, an active boot camp that the EDDC is leading. These are low impact, time that you can step out during your day, get your body active, but that gets your mind active. But enables you to, again, be part of your downtown community that lets you, again, focus on wellness and health. We also want to get creative, and that's an opportunity because there are so many assets that we have connected right to our downtown. Through the Erie Arts and Culture, we want to start looking at, let's just dance it out. Let's just take time out during the middle of the day and just go outside and just, again, some a little bit active, but let's just dance. Let's celebrate. Celebrate being part of our community. Let's talk about Little Perry Story Time and Play, where we've already recruited the mayor. I think he already was aware of this. Let's have the mayor read to our young minds. Let's have the community engaging with our future so that they can ultimately become part of our downtown as they move forward in their lives. And then lastly, we're going to get down. We're still going to do our very popular block parties. You know, these are very, we've changed the model so that they're very park-centric. We're going to be in Perry Square. We're going to be in Griswold Park. We're going to be along the Bayfront. We're going to be at UPMC Park. And we couldn't have done it again without the partners that I've mentioned. We have published 6 dates. There is conversations, how do we connect even more? As I mentioned, we work with the Sports Commission that we do one on June 20th, and that ties it in to their water weekend. Ultimately, again, engaging and making more, bringing more value to the attendees. We'll also have conversation with the group to be involved in the Tall Ships Festival. Once again, all of these events do focus on local entertainment and local talent and assets that we have here in our community. The entertainment for all of our block parties will be announced as we're into the aspects of who's available for what date. You know, all of these events, all of these are free and open to the public. They are subject to change because we do have a lot of testing. And that's the big reality of our framework, is we're going to have people there and opportunities for you, the community, that enable you to tell us, is this the right time? Is this the right date? And what do you want more of? What do you want less of? It enables us to activate our downtown in ways that we've never done before. This, as I mentioned, is our summer series. We're looking forward to developing a little bit of a fall fest, a leak. And of course, we have our very, very popular Downtown Delight celebration, which is slated for Friday, December 6th. Again, it enables us to utilize the assets, but to celebrate as a community, being part of our history and our heritage and our future. All of these events at this point are, as you said in the pass out that Emily just distributed, but everything now is live on eriedowntown.com/events and through our social media efforts. A lot of this information will be pushed out via utilization of the Erie Innovation District Smart Poles. We're going to, again, be embracing and looking at the collaborative nature that has been helping, but ultimately we ask everybody to come down and get connected. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, John and Emily. Thanks for turning the cards over. It's really great to activate our downtown this way. You're really making downtown a safe, welcoming place where people want to live, work, and play. That's great. Serve on the board of the Erie Downtown Partnership, and I'm not going to leak anything, but there's even more good stuff still coming from that group. I'm excited about all the opportunity to take part in these events and activities as well. All local residents should come on down and get connected. Doesn't this sound like an incredible summer coming up? Just what you heard here today, and we didn't cover everything, isn't it? Really, really, really neat. I want to recognize Liz Allen from City Council. Thank her for being here today. That concludes today's press conference. Everyone that spoke will be available for interviews. Thanks very much.